What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Maverick here with the finale of Zombieland Saga Revenge. The conclusion to the second season. We have a lot of, expected things and also a lot of questions, right? So we'll have to see if they are going to be answered. Now, the expected things is, of course, we're gonna see our girls performing at the stadium. It's probably going to be a quite successful performance, at least, relatively anyways. I don't know if they're actually going to fill the entire stadium or whatnot. That remains to be seen, right? But at the very least, I'm hoping we get some good songs. I'm hoping we get some more original songs as well. I would certainly not want them to just only rehash the songs that they've done before. But more importantly, of course, are they going to break the curse of Saga? Are they going to regain fame and glory and all that for themselves, for the Saga region, and so on and so forth? That is the big question here. And then, of course, there are other minor things as well, like, what kind of curveballs they're going to throw at us. For instance, they could reveal Franchouchou as zombies to the entire world at the very end of this. It could be, or heck, it doesn't even need to be at the very end, right? I've been having my suspicions that the reporter dude might just reveal it, and it's gonna serve as like a big attraction for people to come here, right? So that's one thing. And then, we still got a few mysteries here, like the legendary Tai. What exactly is up with her? Kotaro's situation with Sakura. Are they actually ever going to be able to gain an understanding of each other and so on and so forth? Well, at this point, let's just see what the anime has in store for us. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. I feel like they're speaking a quite peculiar dialect of Japanese. Well, at least the old guys are. This young dude seems to. He certainly seems like. This is like, well, alright, whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be a charity concert. Of course. As I pretty much mentioned at the end of the last episode, this does have precedent. It is something that idols have done in the past after big natural disasters in Japan, including like after the big earthquake of 2011. And then, of course, the actual event that this is based on, right? The 2018 floods. Oh, that's interesting. Mainichi News. So they actually changed the kanji for that. The original Mainichi meant daily, so it's like a big media in Japan. They changed the kanji for every to dance. But using Japanese pronunciation, it's still Mainichi News. You know, no relevancy any whatsoever, but it's kind of funny. Kachi. Yep. Up there. Or down there. Depending on, you know, what you believe in. Oh. They've got the show. The radio show. Typically on radio stations, what will happen here? Now, typically the SOP for them is that their normal shows would be put aside to do emergency broadcasts. If you guys want to have a taste of that, I do recommend you guys watch another anime called Wave. Listen to me. Nami o Kite Kure. Highly recommend. Yeah, she is a one-day Franchouchou member. Oh yeah, I think they haven't actually announced it yet, right? Sasuga leader. That's the leader of Franchouchou for you. Oh, already the day before, eh? I mean, if you, at this point, like, lose a part of your limb or something, that's gonna be harsh. Yeah, they literally have to walk there, because there's no transportation. I actually don't know how far away that is from where they started. It can't be too close though. Normally stadiums are set a bit further away from the center of the city. Not to mention, like, considering where they were staying, which is actually not in the city at all, could be even further. So they literally walk like a day here? Is that what they were getting at? He'll be here. Maybe even by helicopter. Although it does bear to question, though. How will the rest of the people get here? Oh. Their first two fans. Yeah, did you guys also walk all the way here? No, that's impossible. I'm guessing probably the governor uh, actually got the roads open in time. Ooh, damn. Yeah. Oh, dang. They actually all came. Yeah, this is all. They had to make the pun at the very end, didn't they? Ah. Yep. The governor had to help throughout all this. So how exactly are they going to start this? Huh. Starting from the... Okay. So it's from 10 a.m. all the way till sunset, eh? 6番、5番、4番、3番、2番、1番、0番. Actually, is it ban or go? Yeah, it should be go. Ban would mean batter. Holy shit, look at that. Wow. Alright. Gotta show mine as well. Alright, what are you guys gonna start with? Alright. So as usual, I can't really play the songs because it'd be copy strike immediately. You know, I kind of wish that they actually went with the cheering and chanting as well. They call it idol calls. I actually like this song. Okay, how does the chorus go? Hi, 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 hi. Yeah, you gotta have an idol show with the calls and chants. Hi, 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 hi. Yeah, I think it's a full stadium. Oh. Okay, I like this. To have the harmonics and different with the different vocal ranges. Woo! Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Woohoo! I mean, they can't only have like one song, right? Yahoo! Classic call and response. Okay, that's a little bit hard to follow. French. Franchouchou! Franchouchou! There we go. Oh. Still alive. Alright. Oh, I actually really like this song. Okay, they're going with this. I really like this song, although it really sounds more Western than Japanese, to be honest. But I mean, it's like a great arena song. Whoa, 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 whoa. Down. Woohoo! I really like that song, not gonna lie. I'd call this. I'd call this. Okay, you gotta have an encore song, right? Okay, what's gonna be the encore song? Yeah, technically, Franchouchou are internal. He's gonna be like, my girls, they've grown up so much. Yeah. I know, I wasn't expecting that, Koa. Well, you certainly got your act together quickly. Oh. Blood? Why? Okay, and of course they gotta have an anchor song. Does this actually mean we're gonna get a season 3, guys? Matemo. Yeah, like the last song, that had a good call and response part built into the song. Hi, 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 hi. And of course, showing like everything, like all the charity events that they did and whatnot. Oh, rebuilding their house as well. Torla, true culture, revenge, kagayaite. Shining. I guess that's this song's name, Shining. Hi, 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 hi. Do 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 do. You see, some songs, you just know that those are for call and response parts. Do 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 do. See, if this is an actual idol show, then they would need to like spend the last like 20 minutes, half an hour each saying some things and whatnot. But obviously they're not gonna go for all that. What? 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 I guess we got ourselves a season 3, guys. See you guys after this. Well, guys, that was definitely an epic ending to the season 2 of Zombieland Saga. Oh my god, like, I knew there was going to be some sort of twist at the very end there. I was thinking that maybe they were going to announce their zombie identities to the world or something of that sort, but seriously, who in the world would have predicted that an alien ship arrived and basically blasted the entire city to space? And I think that was, looking at the design and whatnot, I do think that was an Independence Day reference. It looks kind of like the alien ship from Independence Day and whatnot. So, I mean, I don't know. Does this mean there's going to be a sequel? I would certainly hope so. There are way too many questions left unanswered here, right? Like, again, what I was saying at the beginning, what about is the curse lifted, right? Well, obviously not, because Saga got completely wrecked by aliens, right? So what's the aftermath of that? Obviously, like, the girls, they can't die because they're zombies, right? You can just put themselves together. Although I guess maybe if you evaporate them, they can't really live anymore. I don't know. Like, who knows how the zombie, how the zombie thing works in this world, right? But obviously with that kind of a cliffhanger ending, Or hey, maybe that is the end, right? Maybe that is the easiest way to put an end to all this, and that is to just like kill off everybody. Hey, forget about it. Nothing ever happened, right? I mean, maybe. But beyond that, though, like I said, like the situation with Tai, why is she legendary? What the heck is she? And so on and so forth, right? So we got that, the situation between Sakura and Kotaro, right? We haven't really resolved their entire thing yet, and obviously it's a shame that they haven't actually resolved that thing. And then, of course, at the end there, Kotaro was also coughing up blood, question mark, right? There's definitely some more, mysterious stuff going over there that we need to see. But you know what? At this point in time, well, we don't know, right? I checked the Twitter, they're not actually they haven't announced the season 3 yet, but I do think that with this popularity and success of this series, they really should do that, right? Now, what they did announce, of course, is actually the real person live. So, the seiyus of Franchouchou, they are going to be holding a 2-day live in October, right? They're actually holding a 2-day live at Makuhari Messe, which is quite a common hall for these kinds of events. I believe the capacity is about 10,000, so quite respectable already. 10,000 for 2 days, that's 20,000. That's the exact same amount that apparently the stadium holds, right? So you guys do check that out. I believe all of Franchouchou minus Tai will be there because obviously it'd be kind of like a waste to ask Tai's voice actress to be there but not have her actually sing, but she can't actually sing because of her character, right? But apparently they're gonna get special guest Hanekawa there as well, so I think if you guys do want to hear them sing a bit more, you guys can go for that. Now, obviously, it is typically normal lives, but in light of the current situation in Japan, they have been pushing to have like live streaming tickets for all of these kinds of events, actually, and that has been kind of the thing that they are going for recently because of COVID and so on and so forth, which is a great thing for us overseas fans, right? Because now we don't actually have to travel to that place to watch the events and watch the lives, watch the concerts, and we also don't have to wait until the Blu-ray is out as well. We can just stream it. So do check that out if you guys are interested. And I really like the songs that they put up in this episode, actually, and I think it was they definitely showed a certain amount of they put a lot of thought and respect into this. They actually had 3 full songs, like that's just great, right? I'm not entirely sure, but I believe the how can I say it? The order of the songs was first Revenge, the second song was Shining, and then the third song was Tailwind Travelers, right? The encore song was Tailwind Travelers. Now, out of those 3, my favorite would probably be Shining, the second song. It actually didn't really feel too much like an idol song to me. It felt more like a Western song, and inspired by some of those vocal groups and whatnot. But yeah, that one was I definitely loved that one. During the song itself, I was kind of hoping that they showed a bit more of the sort of call and response patterns that are so prevalent within Japanese idol culture, right? So, like, for instance, in the first song, well, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if before the actual concert in October, fans will put up a sort of call list, a sort of call response list. So what I'm saying here is, like, for instance, the first song, Revenge. Well, I'm assuming it's Revenge. Anyways, the first song, like, there were parts where it started off with each of the members, each of the girls, each singing like a line or whatnot, and then passing the baton on to a second member, right? So if this was actually a Japanese idol group and they did have the fans and whatnot, what would typically happen would be, like, for instance, after the first person sings, I don't quite remember who the first person was, but let's say it was Sakura, right? So after Sakura sings her line, then fans would be like, Sakura. Although actually, now that I think about it, because they don't have names, right? They only have like number 1, number 2, number 3. But even then, I feel like it's possible. Like Ichiban or Ichigo, or something like that. Nigo, like something of that sort. I definitely do feel like that is something I hope will happen. Maybe that will happen during the actual live, as I said. I mean, it will kind of make sense as well if in this episode, because obviously there should be a lot of people here who aren't really all that familiar with Franchouchou, and hey, this could be them debuting new songs, right? So let's not get too into that. The reason I'm bringing this up is because, you know, obviously I keep on saying, at the end of the day, this is an idol anime, right? It is trying to promote and trying to educate us, trying to allow anime fans to understand, right, the concept of idols, the concept of this kind of idol culture, and everything that goes along with this. And that includes the live performances as well, and also the sort of call and response, the back and forth between the idols and the fans. So I really wish they could have, like, integrated some parts of that in. It was integrated a little bit in the later parts, right? So, for instance, in the for instance, in the last song, right, where everybody come on, ishoni, woo, you know, that kind of thing, you know, you can tell that I was already conditioned. Once I heard that phrase, I knew, okay, that's when we're going to come in. So I started that even before the girls talked about that part. But it's just something that you know as an idol fan, that you know, those parts are for you to do your call and response parts, because it's just, you know, it's not even just a matter of cheering the girls on. It's also to enhance your own experience as well. It's fun to do that kind of stuff. It's fun to actually, like, you know, I always, maybe this would be an easier way to understand if you guys consider it to, like, sport events, right? To sport events, you know, when you're cheering when you're cheering on your team, they'll always have, like, some sort of, like, hype up chant or program or something where they get the fans to shout and holler along some stuff, right? That's part of, like, the feeling of being there, and that's part of how it makes it even more fun, a better experience for the fans as well. So I'm glad that they at least touched on that part of the culture a little bit, right? And so to allow us to also, you know, chant along, call along with what they are doing, and so on and so forth. Now, criticism of the actual episode, to be honest, the 3D, I mean, we already knew back from season 1 that this is what they were going to do. I'm still not entirely sold on it, to be honest. I still feel like their dance moves are, yeah, kind of iffy, but hey, at least the singing is great, right? So, you know, it's got that going for it. And I mean, everything that happened, pretty much, as I already mentioned at the end of last episode, this is a case where art is imitating real life. So, you know, how the Japanese idol groups, they come together to sort of provide hope and entertainment and how can I put this? And what's that? I can't remember that word. Solidarity or whatnot. Basically, this feeling of coming together, right? Kind of like what Kotaro was saying to the governor at the very beginning when he was barging in and saying, you know, you guys gotta help me put this together. This is what Saga needs right now, right? You know, this is what Japanese idol groups do, and indeed what they normally do after a lot of these big natural disasters and whatnot. So I already talked at length in the last episode. I'm not gonna go through it all again, but it makes total sense here, right? For it to be a charity concert and do, because of it, also allowing lots of others to help join in as well, right? Even those who might normally not go to these events, or perhaps they aren't even fans of Franchouchou, right? But under these kinds of circumstances, people will band together to do something, to try and do something for the betterness of the place. You know, just to, you know, take their minds off of the actual events and maybe just you know, immerse themselves in fun and entertainment and so on and so forth, right? So I do like that part. Now, what else? So yeah, I think that's basically it for all of this right now. I guess since this is the finale, maybe talk a little bit about the entire season as a whole. I mean, well, definitely compared to season 1, I feel like this season touches on the sort of idol aspects a lot more. So if you were still trying to get the sort of season 1 feeling where everything is so over the top, well, I do feel like this season was definitely not as over the top as the last one, right? Or maybe we're just a little bit numb to it, because after everything that happened in season 1, like, how far can you go, right? Like, the only thing that I really got completely blown away by was literally the end of the season with the alien ship, right? Like, holy crap. But talk about going out with a bang. But yeah, But I do like how they touch on a lot of the more idly aspects of this, and not just in not just in the surface level of things, but really delving deeper into sort of the deeper relationship of fans and idols and that kind of sort of thing here, right? And how idols are supposed to be inspirations, even though it seems that, hey, they're just singing and dancing and dressing pretty and so on and so forth, but there is even though it is kind of like funny in a lot of ways, but it does have a positive impact on society, right? So that's basically what they are trying to portray here, and I think they did a pretty good job of this overall, right? Showing them that working at charity events, hosting charity events, and so on and so forth. Are there things I wish we could have seen more in this season? Like, sure, I actually want to see them working like their daily jobs a little bit more. At the end of the day, they still they still tiptoe over a lot of the things. Like, maybe they're setting up for another season, but there's definitely a lot of things that are still unanswered, right? I did enjoy the fact that we actually got Yuguri's story now, so hey, 2 thumbs up for me. So for that part and whatnot, and yeah, I mean, the songs, well, I'm just glad that they also have some new songs here, but definitely out of all these new songs from this season, the opening is definitely my favorite, right? The opening, and then also Shining from this episode. Those 2 are like my top 2 from this season, and so on and so forth. So yeah, does it, compared to season 1, it definitely doesn't have that sort of wow factor here, but I feel like as an idol show, though, as a music show, you definitely, it's definitely really, really solid here. So yeah, I think that's basically all I can say for this. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed the deeper dive into the backstories, and their interactions is now all getting nice and fluffy and fun and whatnot. I feel like there were compared to these, I can get why because they're trying to drive this inspiration angle, right? So I can get why they have so many arcs, right? So many episodes that feature like other characters or side characters or even previous characters. They want to bring that together here, right? But I do feel like I would have even loved it more if they could have concentrated a little bit more on the characters themselves and any character issues that they might have. Although you could also make an argument that was supposed to be done in season 1. Now they are just a full team. Well, I guess technically we had that eye situation, which again didn't really go anywhere in the end, right? What, like, the rivalry with them and Iron Frill and all that, like, come on, we need a conclusion to that as well, right? But yeah. So, anyways, I definitely enjoyed it. Is it anime of the season? Well, no, because of 86 and potentially VV. I haven't really watched the entire thing yet, but no, definitely I feel like this is a worthy successor to the season 1. And if there is a season 3, absolutely, I will be watching it as well. So that's it for now, guys. What do you guys think about this? How does it compare to season 1 and so on and so forth? And maybe also tell me if you are going to be watching the live once it goes in October, right? So anyways, thank you guys, and as usual, I have other videos doing other stuff from the season as well, both seasonal and non-seasonal, and if you guys liked it, feel free to check it out. If not, hey, that's okay. Hopefully I can see you guys again someday, sometime in the future. So that's it, guys. Peace out.